Right, hi guys, and welcome to today's Modern Warfare multiplayer discussion video. And yes, the background is going to be some Alcatraz solo gameplay. I think I get a 23 kill solo gameplay here. It was just, this is footage from quite a while ago, so I just thought I'd use this in the background for you guys to watch whilst I discuss yesterday's multiplayer review. But before we get into that, just want to say a massive thank you, a massive shout out to 402 Thunder. If you don't know who that is, guys, first of all, I'm gonna leave his links in the description for his main channel and his second channel, because yesterday he shouted out my channel on his second channel, and quite a lot of you guys did actually come from there yesterday. So again, massive shout out to you guys for those who did come from his channel to my channel. I hope you enjoy my content. I won't say trust me too often now. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And if you aren't subscribed to either of 402 Thunder's channels, make sure you do. The man deserves it. He's a Call of Duty, OG basically. He's been around the scene for a while. I've been sub to him since Black Ops 2, and trust me, you'll enjoy his content. So make sure you go over and subscribe to him. He definitely deserves it. And let's get right into today's video. So what am I going to be talking about today? That's right, we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare, the reveal yesterday. So yesterday there were 4 Twitch streamers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, flown out to play the game at Infinity Ward Studios, I believe. But I wasn't able to watch it live as it happened because unfortunately I was working. But I did come back home. I did end up watching it myself, and to be honest, I'm surprised. Okay, I didn't expect the game to be looking as good as it does, but the graphics of the game are good. Like there's no faulting that. When they said they improved the graphics, man, did they improve the graphics? Like, the comparisons have been made that it looks like Battlefield. Now, some would say, oh, well, that they're just copying Battlefield. Now, no. Basically, COD's been so far behind with graphics, and they've never really tried to upgrade the graphics. And now this is the first time they've actually, put time and effort into making the graphics better. And as you can see, it's visually stunning. It's a lot better looking game. And, hopefully it looks like that when we launch, And plus, this is pre-alpha, so this game is only, meant to get better as development goes along. Because there's still, 3-4 months until the game actually comes out? We still don't know as well if they're going to be having a beta, and the game does look polished enough to be able to have a beta, so I'm hoping we do. Because if we do, first of all, guys, what I'll be doing is I will definitely be streaming that. I don't know if I'll stream it on YouTube or Twitch. I want to try YouTube probably, just because so you guys can see it, and not only that, I'll probably play with you guys. So if there is a beta, I will play the game with you guys. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully there is a beta. I do want to play the game. But yeah, let's talk about it more. So, what did we see yesterday? We saw different varieties of guns. So first of all, no fake guns. That's one big thing. Like, we saw MP7s and MP5. I'm gonna call it the FAMAS. It wasn't called the FAMAS now. It was like a version of the FAMAS, but it wasn't called the FAMAS. We saw pistols. We saw a Deagle. Quite hyped about that. I love a good Deagle. So hopefully, I do hope it kind of has one-shot potential with the head. Not to the point where it's easy though. I hope it's hard to do, and it's got to be a close-ish range. But being able to 1D someone, that's just super satisfying. But yeah, graphically, it looked good. Gameplay-wise, it's a bit iffy. I don't know what to say. It looks like it could be a little bit clunky, but the problem is we don't know what perks they were running for a start. I don't know if they were even given perks in that game type, so they were playing 2v2. So basically, it's Face Off from MW3. And to be honest, as much as there is hype around this and it's interesting that this could go one of two ways. This could either end up like MW3 Face Off playlist, where it's going to be hype, people are going to go in and play with their clans and that. Though they do need to do more than 2v2. There needs to be a 3v3 and stuff, because that's what made MW3 pretty good. You had different Face Off players. You had 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3. Currently, we've only seen 2v2, and this is either going to end up like that playlist where it's quite popular, people are interested in playing that, or it's going to end up like Black Ops 4's Heist, where people say, oh, this is great in the beta and everything, and then when the game comes out, it just dies off. And, Heist has definitely died off in Black Ops 4. The developers, Treyarch, don't even update it anymore. I used to play it as well. It was quite decent, but now it's incredibly dead. There's no point playing it. It's basically just never been updated, and because, put it this way, there are new guns in the game, and since the Daemon and SWAT were released, they've never updated Heist. They've only ever fixed it when glitches have happened, but that's about it. But yeah, one thing I'll say is Modern Warfare at this stage in pre-alpha looks way more polished than Black Ops 4, so that is definitely a good thing. Though we don't know what the connections in the game are going to be like. We don't know how hit detection is going to work when the game's full. Because again, this is on LAN, so take it with a grain of salt, okay? Because it's known that Call of Duty on LAN is going to perform better than in an online environment. That's just a fact. So it looked good though. I'm not going to like put a downer on this. I'm not going to get too over the top hyped. There are some people who get like taking it way up proportion, saying, "Oh, this game's just a copy of Battlefield and a copy of Siege," and it's just not. It's, you know, it looks graphically better. Okay, it might look a little like Battlefield, but that's because Battlefield has upgraded its graphics over the years. You know, it's a stunningly good-looking game. Call of Duty hasn't been like that for years. But anyway, the guns looked good, and it was interesting seeing some of the guns because I'm being honest. I think the game is going to be AR dominant, just with the way it looked like it played. For a start, it looked very like position heavy. So if you were the first one to a position, which is a good thing by the way, I hate the whole style of Black Ops 4 of being able to slide, and you get a lot of jammy gunfights in Black Ops 4 because of that, and half of that's because of Gung Ho is an overpowered perk. The dexterity slide is absurd. Like if you dexterity slide past someone, it's incredibly far. Luckily, the slide in Modern Warfare, if you go and look at the gameplay, by the way, I don't know if I'll put a link in the description to the Twitch clips or the long stream of it, so you guys can watch it, because some of you might not have watched it. So I hope you guys do watch it, because it was pretty interesting to watch. Though all I'm going to say is don't watch Courage JD's. Okay, that guy just shouted forever, man. I used to like that guy as a streamer. Like when he used to do Call of Duty, he wasn't too over the top like he is now, but he was just way over the top. I don't think he understood that he was not streaming to a bunch of Fortnite, 14-year-olds. So yeah, I'll probably link like TPs or something. Someone who wasn't shouting too much, though. You probably are going to still hear Courage shouting over the top. So I do apologise for that, even though it's not me shouting over the top. But anyway, but yeah, basically, the gunplay seems to be favoured to the AIs. It seems like position heavy, which means basically you need to be ready to, shoot me. Like you need to be prepared. You need to be aimed down sight. You can't. I don't think you'll be able to sprint and win a gunfight. At least it doesn't look like that until we know what perks are in the game. Because again, I don't know if they had perks in that game. I don't think they did. All I could see on the guns were like they were stacked with 5 attachments. I'm pretty sure, except for the pistols. I don't think the pistols were stacked with 5 attachments. But yeah, they were stacked with attachments. What else? They had equipment as well. So the equipment looked pretty basic, pretty Call of Duty-esque. The typical claymore, the concussion. I don't know if there was a flashbang. I think there might have been, but it's pretty interesting. Basically, it looks like a good old-fashioned Call of Duty, which is what we've always wanted. I think personally the game looks Modern Warfare-like. I don't know why people are saying it's Battlefield-like, because it just isn't. Like again, it looks visually like Battlefield, but it's not going to play like Battlefield. So I don't get why people are getting over the top with that. At the end of the day, the people saying this will definitely buy the game. I'm just saying that now. The game looks good. The gameplay is a bit of an iffy one though. It could be clunky, but again, it is pre-alpha, so it could look a bit more polished when the game comes out. Then we're going to discuss actually the leaning mechanics and stuff. I'm not a fan of stuff like that because it can be so jammy. I just don't think it's something that belongs in COD, like the whole lean thing. You never know, I could be wrong, but first of all, I don't think I'll be using it. I don't think anyone will be using it, and I think the only people who'll be using it will be people who, are going to preferably camp in like weird doorways and that, so they're only showing their head or something. It's just not a mechanic that I think belongs in COD. I could be wrong though. It could play a good part. It could be a decent mechanic, but it looked very weird, especially as like you could lean on the crates and stuff, and it's like such a thin crate that it doesn't really give you protection. So I don't understand why you'd be able to do that, but at the end of the day, I don't make the game. I just choose to play the game. But it's a mechanic I don't think belongs. And then, what else? Oh yeah, so information that wasn't in the trailer. So if you aren't following a guy on Twitter called The Gaming Revolution, make sure you do, because, and by the way, it's not a shout out for him, it's just the fact that he has been leaking stuff. So if you don't know, he's been leaking quite a lot of stuff. And after that was put out, he found out information from one of his sources. And now this guy is legit, like he's literally predicted everything. So what I'm about to tell you is pretty much probably true. He said there are around 20 maps. So already we've got a lot of maps. Now, take that with a grain of salt because there are day and night maps. I think there might only be 10 maps. I don't know. It might be 10 maps with day and night versions. If it's 20 different maps, then that's insane. If we've got 20 different maps, then man, they've done a job there. But not only that, there are 50 weapons in the game right now. 50 weapons. At launch, we had nowhere near that in Black Ops 4. Absolutely nowhere near. So they've done an absolute job if this is true. But apparently, and he's not sure if they are being held back for the launch. So as in, like, some weapons won't be available at launch, possibly maps as well. But according to him, apparently there won't be. And also, he says this is not even including the large maps playlist. So there are going to be playlists, by the way, tailored to different map sizes. So if you want to play on larger maps, you can choose to. If you want to play on the small to medium maps, you can choose to. So again, they're doing a good job here. I hope they have a beta though. I hope they do, because again, I'm quite excited. Okay, the trailer made me a bit more excited than usual. But yeah, the gameplay's just finished now. As you can see, I believe we got 23 kills solo in this. But yeah, I'm kind of hyped, not hyped. I'm not going to get too over the top. I don't get why people are a bit upset that the game looked like Battlefield or Battlefield-esque. The graphics look good, guys. But tell me what your thoughts and opinions are in the comment section below. Because, trust me, I think we might be in for a good year. I hope we are, because I'll be bringing you content straight away as soon as the game comes out. Beta-wise, or when it launches. But I hope you enjoyed that videos, guys. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye!